Hello there, and welcome back to my channel. This is going to be it's not really a cancer update as such because there is nothing to update you on. I do go to hospital on Friday, I think it's the 11th, which this might come probably maybe it's about the same time as I'm actually going to go and see them again after nearly a year of being of not seeing anybody. But I did have a guy, and I'm not going to say his name just in case he doesn't want us to mention him or not, that did get in touch with us on one of my videos, saying that he has just found out that he has nasopharyngeal cancer, and that he's just beginning his journey through it now, and that he's found I don't know how many of my videos he's actually watched, because he's obviously commented on the one, saying that he's found my thingy inspirational. No, that to me is amazing, and thank you so much, mate. I really do appreciate that, and I really do hope that all goes well for you, and that you find it not to be as hard as what they're telling you it is, okay? Because a lot of things they will tell you that it's going to be a tough journey, it's going to be very, very hard, it's going to do this, it's going to do that, it's going to do that. That's where my mentality comes in, and this is what I want to speak about, is like how maybe your mentality on certain things can help or hinder your progress. Okay, and I'm hoping this might help you out, because yeah, that it is literally, to me, it's almost the biggest factor in it all is your mentality towards it. You know, when I was first told I had it, it was like, righto, so what do we do? There was no, with me, there was no breakdown in it. It was a case of, okay, so what do we do? And then when they tell us and they start saying, but this is how it's going to go and that's how it's going to go, I was like, no, mate, you haven't come across somebody like me before. I'm different. That's not how it's going to go with me. You know, that's not me being cocky. It's not me being arrogant. It's far from it. Far from it. I am not a cocky and arrogant person. Okay? I'm not cocky and arrogant now that I've got to this stage where I'm told, hey, look, yeah, you're probably not going to die from this thing now. You've managed to do something that we did not think possible. I'm still not cocky and arrogant about it. It could still take me down. It could still begin thinking. I don't know. All I have is the attitude of understanding a positive mentality and understanding the power that comes from your unconscious mind. Okay? Nobody seems to realize, or you don't think about it because you don't have to think about the unconscious part of your mind. Okay, your unconscious, you've got to think of how powerful it has to be. Okay, because the things that's going on inside of your body that you do not have to think about, what is it that's doing that? What is it that's thinking that? It's, to me, it is the unconscious mind. Something has to be controlling it. It's not just, somebody may say it's just a natural process. If that's what you believe, well, that's what you believe. That's entirely up to you. That's your thingy. But I believe it to be the unconscious mind. Yeah, my unconscious mind controls the fact that my heart beating. Okay, because if you think about it, when your heart beats, if you get excited about something, your heart beats faster. If you get into a certain states, it'll either beat faster or it'll beat slower. Something is controlling that, and it ain't just a natural physiology. Okay, something is controlling that. And if you think about it, a lot of the times it's through mental thoughts. You think about something, it can either slow your heart rate down or speed your heart rate up. So therefore, something has to be controlling that. And I believe it's the unconscious mind. The same way as your livers, your kidneys, everything that's inside of your body, your digestive system, everything has to be controlled by something, because there's when you are having an issue with certain things, something's controlling that. Something is making that happen. It's not, to me, it's not just a natural occurring system. It's something that is being controlled by certain actions or certain things you're doing is controlling. Therefore, for me, I put it down as it's my unconscious mind doing this. Okay, it's my unconscious mind that's making these changes, that's making these things happen in that way. You know, it's the same way as, if you think about it, how many times have you seen in the past where either you or you've heard somebody else say when they've seen somebody else with a cold, or they've been in close proximity to somebody else with a cold, a common cold or the flu, and the first thing they do is then, oh great, now I'm gonna get that thing, or oh just me, look, I'll get that now. And then the next thing you know, the D. What do you think that's about? Yeah? It's not just something that just happens. It's because your unconscious mind has actually deemed that it thought you wanted that because you mentioned it, because you thought about it. Yeah. Therefore, if and it doesn't know that you're being sarcastic or you're being funny about it or you're being flippant. It doesn't understand that. Your unconscious mind doesn't understand it. It just understands the thing it thought you wanted it. So it's done everything in its power to give you it. Yeah. Now you might think, well, I didn't want cancer. I didn't want a thingy. The way I look at it, okay, is for me, my father had cancer. Okay. He eventually got taken out by it. So therefore, at some thingy, cancer was on my mind. Cancer was running through my mind. You know, I would often think of my dad. Before I had the cancer, I would often think of my dad and think, yeah, Christ, you know, why did that thing have to happen to him? Why did he have to get the big C? You know, why did it have to affect him when he was such a lovely bloke? He didn't deserve anything like that. So therefore, the big C was going through my head on a regular occurrence, and then my unconscious mind thought, it's what he wants, it's what he needs, it's what he's thinking. Therefore, it's given it to me. Okay. I don't like using the thingy that I've beaten it, but hopefully you'll understand if I do use the term, you know, that I've beaten it type thing, not to mean that I beat it, but that I'm on top of it. I'm sort of like, I'm in a different position to others in that I don't know whether mine's classed as in being in remission, whether I beat it, whether I beat it because of how mine is still, that there's still something there. They just don't know what it is now because it hasn't grown. So therefore, they're not able to call it a live cancer, because cancer itself is something that doesn't stop growing. It grows to the point in thingies to the point where it eventually will get you if it doesn't get killed off completely. Okay. I'm in a different situation, is that we do not know what mine is, and we don't want to go in and disturb it if by any chance my unconscious mind has made it become dormant, because that is a possibility. We don't know, nobody knows the power of the unconscious mind. That's what I'm trying to say. Nobody knows the power of it. I have a belief that the power of it is absolutely phenomenal. That is my thing here as to why I am still here and why I am able to do a lot of the things that I do. You know, it's rarer than rocking horses shit do I ever get a common cold. Rarer than out. I don't think I've had one in 15 years. If I have, it's never lasted more than a day or two. Okay, because for me, when I get that feeling that I may be coming down with something, doesn't matter what it is. I mean, usually the common cold, for me, if it is a common cold, I get it at the back of my nose and throat. I can feel at the back of my nose and throat that something's not quite right. And I know that's normally the start of it, so I think, and I can get on top of it pretty damn quick. And it's the same with anything. If anything in my body doesn't feel quite right, I can get on top of it pretty things. But I do this on a regular basis anyway, without even anything feeling wrong. Okay, I'll do this on a regular basis because I feel I understand the power of the unconscious mind and positive thinking. I use that to my advantage, you know, and so far, touch wood, it's worked all the time for me. It's worked. It doesn't necessarily mean it will work for everybody, because it would depend on your own ability to believe in it. You know, it's not like you can fool your unconscious mind into believing that you believe if you do not believe. It's like if somebody believes 100% in praying to God, that belief would be enough for them to hopefully pull off some form of miracle, and then they'll think it's God that's did it for them. My belief is it the unconscious mind. I believe thoroughly in the power of my unconscious mind and the positive thinking that I have that goes with it. It's not necessarily to equate to that I'm always positive and nothing can bring us down, because believe you me, that is, things can bring me down. It's just usually they don't bring me down for a long period of time, because I will notice it and I will do my best to change things around to become more positive again. Yeah. The unconscious mind to me is so unbelievably powerful that nobody can understand just how powerful it can be. If this is anything to go off that what you know of me, and if you've seen the previous videos of me cancer and of me journey through the cancer, it can give you a better perspective of how powerful the unconscious mind is, how powerful positive thinking is, how powerful having that belief in yourself is. You know, and this is why I want to share this thing with you, because if it can help this guy that got in touch with us, if it can help him any, great. If it can help others any, great. And it's not just there for the big things like cancers and stuff like that. And I'm not going to say to you, hey, look, this will 100% work and get rid of any cancer and get rid of anything, because it's not like that, dude. I'm not a fucking miracle worker, for Christ's sake. I just believe in the power of it enough that for me, it did what I know it's powerful enough to do. Yeah, it doesn't necessarily equate that it will always work like that. It may be another form of cancer that takes me out. I don't know. I don't know what's written in my future. It's already there. My death is already written. It's just when I get there and what it actually is that takes us out. It's there. There's nothing I can do about it. But having that positive mental attitude and having that thing you've known, the power of my unconscious mind, helps get me above and beyond, and to me makes it that I'm able to do a lot of stuff that maybe some others can't, because they don't have that positive attitude, or they don't have that power of knowing the unconscious mind's ability to turn things around for the better. So going back to this sort of idea of saying, we'll use something simple like the common cold, or you can even use it as the cancer thing, it's whatever thing. The first thing I always do is, as soon as I know something's there, something's not quite right, I will thank my unconscious mind. Seems strange, doesn't it? It seems really weird. Why the hell would you thank it for doing that thing? You thank it because it honestly believed that's what you wanted. Okay, it's acting in a thingy that your unconscious mind is there to act in your best interests, and it just doesn't understand that this thing wasn't in your best interests. It thought it was because you've at some point had that thing in there. You know, you've said something and it's thought. It doesn't understand flippancy. It doesn't understand you being fucking sarcastic. It doesn't understand any of that shit. It just understands you've mentioned this thing. It thought that you wanted it. It has done what it can to give you it. Simple as that. That's it. That's what the unconscious mind does. So therefore, I thank it for that, and I will go to it. I thank you so much for giving me this thing you thought I wanted. Okay, that's what I'll thank you with. I thank you so much for giving me this thing you thought I wanted. And then I go on to what the thing is. I was like, but I do not want this. I do not need this. It serves no purpose whatsoever. It does not make our lives any better. It actually is a detriment to us. I would like you now to, and then state what you want your body to do. Yeah, I want you to turn back the clock. I want you to kill this thing off. I want you to stop its growth. I want you to send out whatever you need to send out, endorphins or anything else like that wise, to kill this thing off. It should not be here. It should not be in the body. It does not belong here. And I would like you to kill it off. I would like you to do what you do best and rid me of this and start putting me to feeling this. You must state things in a positive wherever possible. Never ever state it in a negative, because like I say, the unconscious mind does not understand negatives. It just understands the fact of what you're asking it to do. Right? It doesn't understand negativity. It doesn't understand you saying, I do not want you to do this. It doesn't understand that. It can't comprehend that. So therefore you state that as in a way of, I would like you to do this. I want you to do that. I need you to do this for me. Yeah. And you can even break it down with slightly jokey style things, as long as it's something you understand. Like for me, when I date, years ago, I heard somebody calling them endorphins rather than endorphins. Endorphins. So that's, I could imagine dolphins swimming around with me thingy, doing different stuff. Okay. So therefore, I'll sometimes just use that and say, hey, look, I want you to send whatever endorphins you need to do. And I'll be seeing in my head as I say it, these dolphins going around doing shit and eating bits of fucking the cancer up or whatever. Yeah. Or I would go, you send out all the soldiers that you need to send out, and I will see a battlefield of soldiers going towards this thing and starting to battle it. I'll see SAS soldiers flanking it and going in from behind and taking it out. That is what I'll see in the unconscious mind, and the unconscious mind will then get that. It will get what I'm going at. I need it to do what it needs to do. I need it to do this thing for me. And like I say, it works for me. Okay, that's what I can say is it works for me. I'm hoping if you get that power of understanding of it, it will work for many others. Okay, that's what I'll hope for, is that you can get the understanding of how powerful the unconscious mind actually is, and that you will be able to use that to help yourself, to make yourself better. Now, I'm not going to say it'll work for everybody, because maybe it won't. Okay, but what have you got to lose? What have you got to lose? Here comes the dog. Come on, up. There's a good lad. What have you got to lose? You've got everything to gain from giving it a go, but you've got fuck all to lose. You know what I'm saying? You've got nothing to lose from it apart from a bit of time. And you can do this shit on a night time, because if you're like anybody else, especially if it's something big like severe cancer or any sort of a disease that's a major fatal disease that can really sort of have some sort of thing, you're probably going to be losing sleep over it anyway. Therefore, why don't you use some of that time to talk to your unconscious mind? You know, you can do it once a day, twice a day, or 150 times a day. There's no thingy to it. That you can do it every spare 5 minutes you get, if that's what you want to do, if that's what's going to help you get through this thingy, because you've got nothing to lose by doing it, but everything to gain if you do have that understanding and do believe big style that your unconscious can do this thing. Okay, if you could believe in it 100%. Yeah, just like some people believe in God, and you can pray to God and God may bring you that thingy. I don't believe that it would God that does it. I believe it's that your unconscious mind's listening, hearing you praying for this thing, and therefore going, ah, right, he obviously didn't want this thing. He obviously wants rid of this thing. He obviously wants the thing, or she wants this thing, wants rid of this thing. And, you know, I'm using he because I am a he. I'm fucking, I think that might be a little bit obvious for the beard, but I am a he, so I use he. It can be she, he, it, whatever your thing is with this new bloody thing to it all. The belief is what counts. The belief is what can make the difference. Yeah. Yes, you may not believe fully to start with. Therefore, try it on something small. Yeah. What I also do is I also have a thing of going, almost like send what I call the white light through my body, a white healing light through my body. Okay, there's times I'll take time out and I'll sit there and I will literally drop myself into what I class as my own little trance, because I've studied hypnotherapy. Okay, so I'll drop myself into my own little trance and I will see a white light transcend through my body. Now, anyone can do it in their own style. So you might have a thing you've gone, I'll do it as a white light that'll just go pew, 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 through my body. And it's curing things, it's getting rid of stuff, it's helping to readjust my body back to the way it should be. Or you can do it as a nice, slow, thingy process and have this white light come down very, very slowly, very, very gradually throughout the body, healing anywhere that needs to be healed from all those different things. And then obviously for the case in question, nasopharyngeal cancer, which affects along this sort of around this area here, from like the basically it can be like sort of neck area to about the eye area. That's roughly where it is. You can slow that process down and have that white light really concentrated on those areas where you know the nasopharyngeal cancer is. Yeah. If you've got cancer in your chest, your stomach, anything, you can do the same thing wherever it is. You can slow that light down, or you can just keep going as the thing, the quick thing you use, and that is just constantly going up and down, bam, 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 hitting these things and killing it off. You do whatever works to help you feel like something is making the difference. Now, I'm not going to say, hey, you don't go in for the cancer treatments, because I had the cancer treatments. You'll see that if you've watched any of my previous series, I had the cancer treatments from the hospital. Yeah, but also, if you remember, they said they hadn't fully worked, that there was still something there, and I was classified as terminal because of that. I carried on thinking with my unconscious mind in the belief that my unconscious mind could do something about that. And so far, I am almost 4 years on, and I am still here. I'm still here, 4 years on, and I've now been told that technically, I'm no longer classified as terminal, even though there is something still there. They just can't classify us as terminal now because it isn't grown, or it hasn't grown. They haven't literally took a scanning of it in probably a couple of years. Yeah, 2.5, possibly even coming close to 3 years. I haven't had a scan done because they don't feel the need to, because I've shown no other symptoms of anything since then. Yes, I have issues. So yeah, you've got to understand, you're still going to get a lot of things. I get cramps in the neck. I get cramps in my jaw. Yeah, this is all because the radiotherapy took a lot of the. It's basically like cooking you from the inside out. Yeah, you're like being fucking microwaved, guys. You know, that's what it's like. It's you're being microwaved technically. So then a lot of the, I don't know, almost like liquid style things that would have been in here, you know, the things that would have kept it, some form of moisture and thingy in there, has been burnt out. So therefore, my jaw on a regular basis will cramp, and it's bloody painful when it does so. My neck will cramp. I still, when that happens, I will talk my unconscious mind and tell it what I want and tell it what I need. Okay? I've got to go in and do a bit more of that, because I haven't done that enough recently, to be perfectly honest with you. I still get massive headaches. I have a headache every single day of the week. Okay? But the fact is, it's not bad enough for us to worry about it. I get issues with my eyes being quite sore at times, because again, they get dried out through the fact that I had, you know, radiotherapy around that area. So you got to understand, guys and girls. I use guys as a broad term here. Don't take any offence at it. There's no offence meant. It's just I use guys as a broad term to mean everybody that's watching this channel that might be going through anything that they feel they want to watch this for. You know, it's always about remembering and believing in yourself, believing in these powers, believing, whether it's in God or whether it's in your unconscious mind. Me, it's the unconscious mind. Okay, for me, it's unconscious mind. I believe that if you were to pray to God, it's not God thinking you, it's your unconscious mind hearing you and doing it. Okay, but if you believe it's God, then that's your belief. You're welcome to it. Go for it. Yeah, go for it. Me, I believe in unconscious mind, therefore I address my unconscious mind, because that's what I believe things is. Because I don't believe it's God that makes me heart beat and makes me lungs going and makes me think, yeah, I mean, that's just thing, because how the hell, if there was such thing as a God, how could he do that for the many, many billions of freaking people there is around the planet? But yet your unconscious mind only has to control you, nothing else, just you. Okay, therefore that's why I believe it's the unconscious mind. Yeah. I'm hoping that this has helped in any way, shape, or form to anybody that's going through anything, especially to you dude that got in touch with us. I'm hoping you've watched this one and that it gives you that thingy to go, you know, it is, that's what I need to do. I need to start this process. Yeah, because I don't know how much I might have mentioned it in the past in other videos of it, but I thought, well, it's best to go through it again now. Whether I have mentioned it in the past and you have already seen it or not, I don't know. But maybe it's best to mention it now. Give you the idea of how I proceed with things, how I looked at things. I also, as well as anything else, I do have this thing where if somebody tells me I can't do something, my brain sort of goes, fuck you, I'm going to do it then. Yeah. And that doesn't mean because it's, I don't want somebody going losing it. Well, you can't rob a bank then, can you? Because I didn't want to fucking rob a bank, right? That's not fucking me. It's not part of who I am. I'm talking about if somebody tells me, hey, look, yeah, you're not going to live past fucking 6 months with this fucking cancer. I'll be gone. You reckon? Is that what you believe? That I'm not going to fucking last 6 months with this thing? Come on, let's go for it, dude. Let's fucking go for it. Yeah? Somebody says, you can't get back into shape. I'll be like, can I not? Okay. Well, I'll fucking thingy. I'll take that one on. And I will do my very best today. Now, maybe I won't. Maybe I won't. But at least my brain will have that thingy again. I'm going to fucking give it my best shot. Okay? It's like goal setting. Okay? That's another big thing that would need a thingy in. If you want us to do a video on goal setting and stuff like that, because right now I'll have to reset goals because my goals were taken away from me when I found out I was no longer terminal. It took a lot of my goals away and it's left me in a position to like, all right, what do I do now? Them goals, I still think of them. Like when I get to 5 year, I'll still be like, hey, fucking look, I've made it to 5 year. Even though it's not going to be as big a deal anymore because I've been told I'm technically not, I don't have it now. But to me, it's like, is it, well, do I don't know because it's something still there. You said it, something's still there. Just I'm putting the thing on that. My unconscious mind has gone, ah, we've put it into a bubble. You don't want it to grow. We're not going to let it grow. It's now stuck, or it's dead. But this thing's there that we can't get rid of. That we can't break it down any more than what we have done. Yeah. So anyway, guys, I hope this has helped. If you want us to do a one on the goal setting one, please let us know. I don't do many of these videos anymore. Yeah, it's a case of since the cancer's ended, I think we said, well, what's anyone going to be interested in? Most people are probably only interested in watching us frigging going through the process and probably wanting to see us as I gone through the process of dying. Yeah, and now that's not happening. People will just not be interested in watching the videos now as I carry on through life because I still work. I still work at Amazon. I have issues with certain things I have to do, but they're different. They're life issues, and there's stuff like things like I've recently tore my bicep off the bone at work. Yeah, that's a different issue altogether. That's a different video that I could make if anyone was interested in that. But I don't think people are. I don't think people are interested in stuff like that. And I don't think people are interested in me talking about my life as such, with us not being on this terminal cancer stingy now. But if you want to see more videos on my ideas of how I approach stuff and how I lived with this and how I think with it, like see, there's a video out there saying about the fact that I stopped fighting the cancer and I started living with it. Those are good videos to watch if you want to know, understand them, but I can also elaborate on any of those things if anyone wants to. But it's coming up to half an hour now, guys, so I'm going to let you go because I know a lot of people won't want to watch this length of video. I'm hoping it helps somebody, anybody, and if it does, please feel free to comment below because I would love to know that this has helped somebody because it makes it all the more worthwhile. If I don't think it's helping anyone, then why the hell would I bother making any more videos? But if I do know it's helping somebody or somebody has things with it, I don't mind making more of these types of stuff, you know. That's what I'm here for. Thanks very much for watching, guys. I really do appreciate those that have. Please comment, please like so that it gets out to other people with these ones. I don't normally beg for that, but please do that. This is the Bearded Nerdy Oaf. And I'm out of here, guys. See you in the next one.
So what I believe you were trying to say is thank you.
Thank you?
You're welcome.
What? No. I didn't. I wasn't. Why would I ever say that? I mean,
Okay.